What up? Um, this is definitely an ideal stealer where with a lot less editing involved. Let's be honest, if you watch my stuff, you know this is definitely me stealing the idea from the anime man, and I'm not gonna deny that. But I thought it'd be interesting to see someone else's perspective on a new season because I watch different things and I watch anime only. He watches very little anime and reads a lot of manga. So I thought I could have a very different view on some of these anime that are coming out. What can we talk about? And we can talk about all this stuff because I have a lot of different mixed feelings about each of these shows and what I'm going to watch. So, of course, I'm up to date on My Hero Academia, but I'm hoping season 5 is going to be better because season 4 honestly it's been kind of meh. The first season and maybe the second season, first two seasons of My Hero Academia were pretty good. But after that, the third and fourth seasons were kind of meh, and then the fourth season was just not very good. I was extremely bored. Um, and and I honestly just as My Hero Academia, if I were to compare My Hero Academia to Black Clover, I enjoy Black Clover more than My Hero Academia. I think Black Clover is a lot more fun in that aspect, and I'm really sad that Black Clover is coming to an end. And I might make a homage to the Black Clover as like my way of saying thank you again for making such an enjoyable 3 years. I've watched it, I've kept up with it. Black Clover. I'm supposed to be talking about My Hero Academia, but Black Clover is so much better. I would suggest watching it, and I'm hoping season 5 will be good. I've heard people talk about it like season 5 is going to be insane. There's going to be some crazy shit going on, and I'm like, the overhaul arc was shit, and the festival arc was shit from season 4. Yeah, this okay. So the Slime Dark seems to be most likely a spin-off. It might just be a spin-off of just like a slice of life. Oh yeah, it says slice of life. I didn't even realize it said slice of life right there. It says slice of life right there. Yeah, this is definitely probably a spin-off slice of life looking at everyday life that he does from running a country to teaching children and just different weird shit going on with some of the characters. And the art looks kind of chibi-ish for some of the characters. It looks a little weird. It's probably a little different. Yo, let's go. Oh my god. Okay, so this is Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun second season. Oh my god. Okay, this is such a slept on series. Let me just read the synopsis. The chaotic school life continues. Suzuki Iruma, human and deeply non-aggressive, one day becomes the grandson of the great demon Sullivan. Doted on beyond belief, Irma starts school where Grandpa serves as the chair and finds to his surprise that he enjoys life there with Azomadius, Clara, and the rest of his demon classmates. But just when Irma thought he'd fitted in, there's more trouble ahead. A ring begins to talk, and Irma goes, "Bad?" Irma's chaotic demonic life at school continues. I'm gonna be so excited for this because this was such a sleeper hit when I watched this. I don't know, maybe in 2019. I think that's when it came out. It was 21 episodes. I remember last time I think it was 21 or 22 episodes, and it was just such a joy to watch. It's quite literally one of the better anime of whatever season it was on, and I've been waiting for second season because it left off on a cliffhanger with Iruma-kun being bad Iruma. Let's just put it like that. All right, no, you guys gotta watch this. You gotta. You gotta just be a part of the gang, dude. Welcome to you gotta be part of the Demon School gang, man. Oh my god, that's such a good one. Don't toy with me, Miss Nagatoro. Okay, so I heard a lot of people talking about this to me. My the very few minimal friends that I have talked to me about this show a little bit, and what I know is that it's kind of like the teasing master. What was it? Uh, the little teasing master anime with like the middle schoolers, but it's like for high schoolers and more adultish. So let me just read the synopsis for you. Nagatoro is a freshman in high school who loves teasing and torturing her older male classmate. What's her motivation? Why does Senpai put up with her? Does Nagatoro just want to create misery for Senpai, or maybe she secretly likes him? So yeah, this is just the teasing master one, very similar to that one. That's what it seems like to me, except maybe more, maybe a little more etchy-ish. And it seems that she's a tan girl, pretty hot. I actually don't want to say that she's a high schooler, so we'll just skip that shit. Let's just let's just leave that. Shaman King. So this seems Shaman King. What I've heard, it seems to be pulling a Fruits Basket. And if people don't know what happened with Fruits Basket, Fruits Basket had a original 2001 anime. I remember this because it came out just a couple days after my birthday. Right now, they're going to make a remake of Shaman King as an anime, adapting all of 35 of the volumes that says here. So basically, getting the Fruits Basket treatment, getting the Full Metal Alchemist treatment, where it's getting a remake, because they did have an anime that I have never watched, but I think I might watch Shaman King 2021, and while I'm watching this as it's airing, I will definitely go and maybe watch Shaman King, the old one, so I can compare the two, because this seems really interesting. So I'll just read the synopsis for anyone who doesn't know, because this is before, way before my generation, at least for me, because I came into anime 2016. This show seems like it came out in the early 2000s. On a starry night, middle schooler Manta meets Yo Asakura, a young shaman who has the ability to talk to spirits and also has the ability to let them possess him to use their powers. Yo has a heavy duty on his shoulders. He must become the Shaman King by winning the Shaman Fight, a tournament between shamans. Okay, so I had no idea what this show is about, but it is a tournament arc, basically. We love tournament arcs unless it's God of High School. Unless it's God of High School, we like tournament arcs in any shonen. That happens only once every 500 years. Joined by his spirit medium fiance, Anna Kyoyoma, his personal samurai spirit Amidamaru, and his other friends, Yo must also face a larger evil. How? A powerful man who aims to create a new world with only shamans by becoming the Shaman King himself. So basically, this is a fucking tournament arc. It's basically premises, big tournament arc, shamans fighting each other. So basically, it seems to me that this is going to be God of High School, but a lot better, and not as bullshitty as God of High School. All right, so don't watch God of High School. Don't read God of High School. I'll say that again. Just watch Shaman King, because it seems a lot of people are hyping it up, and it seems to me this is much better of a premise than God of High School. We finally got our new isekai of the season. Wow, this is a really long title. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. I wonder what the Japanese title is. I cannot probably not pronounce it. An at-home comedy about a powerful girl who doesn't work too hard. I like the little emoji. It's cute. After dying of overwork in the real world, I'm reincarnated as an immortal witch, and I spent 300 years enjoying a relaxing life. At some point, though, I ended up at level 99. All those years spent killing slimes to make the money to pay the bills gave me a ton of experience points. Rumors of the level 99 witch spread, and soon I'm up to my ears in curious adventures, duelists, dragons, and even a monster girl calling me her mom. So this isn't a dojo, so don't come here to fight me. I've never been on an adventure, but I'm the strongest in the world. What's going to happen to my relaxing life? So this seems to me to just straight up just probably be... It gives me if it's for my daughter, I will even defeat the demon lord. It gives me those type of vibes, and I'm a little afraid because I know what happens in the later novels, where Dale and his daughter, let's just say it's not all platonic. All right, it's not platonic. Daughter becomes a little more later. They pull the Usagi drop. And I'm hoping that they're not going to pull an Usagi drop, because I doubt they're going to go straight Yuri on this shit. But you never know, man. You literally never know with fucking anime, dude. They could just pull a straight Yuri where she starts fucking making love to her little daughter, okay? I hope that doesn't happen, but I've had too many bad experiences where that somehow has happened for me. is Iran is with the Usagi drop one where I learned about what happened in that fucking piece of shit, and then if it's for my daughter, I will even defeat a demon lord. That one was a mess too. This one seems really interesting because I'm looking at it and I don't know much about it. Right, a lonely boy, and I'll read the synopsis. A lonely boy wandering the Arctic regions of the North America. Oh, it's a set in North America. Meets a wolf, and the two become fast friends, depending on each other to survive the harsh environment. But the boy has a history, and the wolf is more than meat that meets the eye as well. Oh, this is so interesting because this is adventure, drama, fantasy, show, supernatural. So this could be a supernatural one. It could be like a Natsume Yuchinjo, or maybe a Girl's Last Tour type anime mixed with Natsume Yuchinjo. If anyone here knows that I'm not editing it in, look it up yourselves. Okay, I don't edit. But it seems to me that this could be a really interesting anime, to say the least. I'll keep my eye on this. Okay, so we're here with Combatants Will Be Dispatched. I don't know anything about this. What is this? Always bring a gun to a sword fight. With world domination nearly in their grasp, the supreme leaders of the Kisaragi Corporation, an underground criminal group turned evil megacorp, have decided to try their hands at interstellar conquest. A quick dice roll nominates their chief operative, Combat Agent 6, to be the one to explore an alien planet, and the first thing he does when he gets there is change the sacred incantation for a holy ritual to the most embarrassing thing he can think of. But evil deeds are business as usual for Kisaragi operatives, so if 6 wants a promotion or raise, he'll have to work much harder than that. For starters, he'll have to do something about the other group of villains on the planet who are calling themselves the Demon Lord's Army or whatever. After all, this world doesn't need 2 evil organizations. I honestly have no idea what this anime could be about. It says action, comedy, fantasy, and if it is, it might be really good, but I have no idea what it's about. But it caught my eye, because it said action, comedy, fantasy, and I like action and I like comedy. I want to laugh, and then I read the synopsis really quickly before reading out to you guys, and it sounded really interesting, and so I would like to talk about it. Eden Zero. It's adventure. Why does the art style look really simple? That's happy, right? That's happy, right? I'm not fucking like, I've never watched Fairy Tail, but that looks like the blue cat from Fairy Tail. Okay, I'm gonna look that up actually really quickly. Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, look at this shit. This is happy. That's happy. Look, right? Look. Okay, here, I'll like, look at that cat. And look at this cat. They look literally exactly the same. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm actually confused now. Alright, well, whatever. Is this like a Fairy Tail like spin-off or something? I'm gonna guess this is a Fairy Tail spin-off. I don't know. I'm gonna read the synopsis right now. What the fuck? That's happy though. I've never watched Fairy Tail, but I know that fucking blue little fat ass cat anywhere. Alright, let's read the synopsis real quick. It is the year X492, or okay, an age in which people freely travel through the universe. Rebecca, a video creating beekeeper, visits the robotic world of Grambel and meets a young man with special powers, Shiki, who's lived in his entire life among machines. Soon, Shiki is exploring the cosmos with Rebecca, encountering new places and people and things and making friends along the way. So, I don't know I don't know much about Fairy Tail. I have not watched it. I just didn't feel like it. So I don't know much about it. I know there's magic. Is there machines in Fairy Tail? Can someone like tell me? Someone just comment down below. Please tell me. Is there machines in Fairy Tail? I would be very interested to see, because this seems to me like, because there's like that little happy cat. He might have just went out on an adventure after Fairy Tail. I know Fairy Tail ended. So now he went on an adventure and went to the machine world in a different like galaxy, right? That's not like full of magic, except it's full of machines. So is that what this is about? I would love to know. No one's telling me. Like I know no one's gonna watch this, but like just someone tell me. I'm really confused. Zombieland Saga Revenge, boys. All right, this is I don't. Okay, so I'm willing to watch any anime, and I think I've watched all sorts of anime. But one of the only ones that I've really I usually watch all genres of anime, but I think the only ones that I've never watched, I've never cared for, is idol shows. And I don't like idol shows. I think they're boring. I think they're just I just don't like them. I find them very meh, to say the least. But one of the only ones that I've really enjoyed, really liked, was Zombieland Saga. And I've been really excited and been waiting for Zombieland Saga Revenge or 2. With that, there was a little cover on my anime list with like the guy who's he's just having a whole fucking mental breakdown. I don't know, in the picture. Don't worry, just look at it on my anime list. You'll know what I mean. But you know, there's nothing much for me to say about this. Oops, sorry. Nothing much for me to say about this show other than that I don't even care about what's gonna happen. There's gonna be some bomb ass songs in the anime. The rap was amazing the first season. I'm hoping they give us another rap scene in the second season. It's gonna be just as bomb. And I'm really excited for this series. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. Osamake, rom-com where the childhood friend won't lose. I think this is an interesting one. It's a comedy, harem, romance in school. The story centers around Suharu Maru, an average 17-year-old high school boy who has never had a girlfriend, and the heroine's battle between his beautiful first crush Shirokusa Kachi and his childhood friend Kuroha Shida. Wow, that was some hard names to pronounce. I have a lot of trouble pronouncing. This seems to me to be kind of like a possible nisekoi in terms of just having another harem, and the guy has to choose between like his childhood crush or like the girl, or I mean his childhood friend, or his high school crush. Like honestly, it just seems like that to me. I don't think there's much to be said about this. I'm not too excited about this anime. It doesn't speak to me. I don't really care. It's meh. It doesn't look very good. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see people talk to me about it. Megalobox 2 Nomad. Ooh. Okay, so I've never watched the first Megalobox, which I think people are gonna flame me for if they ever watch this video. But I think, you know what, I'll watch this and let's just see how it let's just read it. Let's just read the synopsis. Maybe I'll finally watch it. Probably not though. In the end, it's an original, so that's really good. In the end, Gearless Joe was the one that reigned as the champion of Megalonia, a first ever Megalobox tournament. Fans everywhere were mesmerized by the meteoric rise of Joe, who sprung out from the deepest underground ring to the top in mere 3 months and without the use of gear. I don't know what that means. 7 years later, Gearless Joe was once again fighting in underground matches, adorned with scars and once again donning his gear, but now known only as Nomad. Ooh. Maybe he's gonna start training someone new. He might pull a Rocky 2, baby, where he starts. Is that what happens, Rocky 2? Or Rocky 3 or 4, where he starts training someone, or like a Creed. This might be like a Creed story. I'm hoping for something like that. I don't need to see. We know what happened in Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and Rocky 4. They were all kind of shit. Okay. Creed was okay. Then Creed 2 kind of came out and it was kind of shit too. So maybe Megalobox 2 Nomad is where he's gonna teach it. I like the visuals. It looks really cool. The hummingbird looks cool. Maybe the hummingbird represents. The literary side of me is coming out. Maybe the hummingbird represents him teaching a new protege to take over his steps. Let's be honest here. I don't quite care enough. I might watch it, might not. I need to binge it though if I want to. But who gives two shits when Fruits Basket, the final season? Right when I was talking about the beginning of this fucking video, fucking Fruits Basket, the final season is coming out, baby. Oh my god. This is the first ever manga that I have ever read, ever finished, was Fruits Basket. This is here, let me just show you something. I want to show you guys something. Right here. This is my I'll make a video on this one day. This is my 3x3 that I created and made my desktop back image, and so you can see in the background here, who's that? It's Fruits Basket the original. I love the Fruits Basket original animation, and when I saw Fruits Basket's the the finale and just, I mean, the remake was coming in after I read the manga. I was so excited. I read it. This is an anime that defines me, let's just say. Kyo senpai, he's my senpai. He's my guy to the end, boys. Fuck the doc. I mean, the doctor's pretty hot too. I like an intelligent man. I like the doctor and I like Kyo. Yuki, bye bye, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. You're too much of a bitch. We don't talk to you. I'm not into incest sister kiss or cousin kiss or whatever you want to do, all right? But Yuki, mwah, and Toru Honda, remember, she is my waifu, okay? Just as Makoto is my husband, Toru is my waifu. All right? I'm really excited for this show, but let's just go back to the list. Tokyo Revenger. So I've heard a lot about this one. People have talked to me about possibly watching this, and I feel like or the manga is good, so I'm thinking about watching this show. Takamichi is Hanagaki is a freelancer that's reached the absolute pits of despair in his life. He finds out that the only girlfriend he ever had in his life that he dated in middle school, Hinata Tachibana, has been killed by the ruthless Tokyo Manji gang. Wow, dude, that kind of sucks that you only ever kissed with girl, never even did anything else. The day after hearing about her death, he's standing on the station platform and ends up being pushed over onto the tracks by a herd of people. He closes his eyes, thinking he's about to die, but when he opens up, he's back up. When he opens his eyes back up, he somehow had gone back in time 12 years. Now that he's back living the best days of his life, Takamichi decides to get revenge on his life by saving his girlfriend and changing himself that he'd been running away from. You know what? This sounds really interesting. It sounds really interesting. It sounds like he's gonna fight the delinquents, and I see a lot of delinquents here, and they're gonna fight, and that's gonna be cool. Okay, so we have an interesting one here. The saint's magic power is omnipotent. So this is another isekai, but it seems really interesting. I don't know why. What caught my eye? Maybe it was the art. The art really caught my eye. But say a 20-year-old let me just read the synopsis. Sei is a 20-year-old office worker is whisked away to a whole new world. Unfortunately for Sei, the ritual that summoned her meant to produce a saint who would banish the dark magic brought two people over instead of one, and everyone prefers the second girl over Sei. But this is just fine by Sei, who leaves the royal palace to set up shop making potions and cosmetics with her newfound magic. Business is booming, and this might not be such a bad life after all, as long as her supposed sainthood doesn't come back to haunt her. It sounds like an interesting one. It's fantasy and it's romance, and it's an isekai. I'm hoping that'll be an interesting, and it's a female protagonist as an isekai for once. That's really rare. Usually it's a male, so I might watch this because it's a female rather than a male, and they usually give me some really good stuff with female protagonists that are isekai in my experience. It's disgusting to call this love. Ooh. This. Wow, I'm reading this really quickly, and this sounds like jailbait. Alright, let me just read it to you. I might read it. I might watch it just to see. This might cause a shitstorm. Once you fall for someone, you can't stop the love. A strange encounter spurs the meeting of give me the Japanese name, Amakusa Ryu, a high-spec businessman who's loose with women, and his high school sister's best friend, Arima Ichika. From there, he falls madly in love. On the one hand, he approaches her with almost too straightforward methods, while she responds simply disgusted, insulting him without hesitation, and he takes it as her way of showing love. This is a romantic comedy about a twisted elite employee and a normal otaku high school girl. Oh no. This could start a real shitstorm in terms of, I mean, this guy must be pretty old. He's probably in his late 20s, and she's like her late teens at most. Oh my god. This looks bad. This actually looks really bad. I don't know. I'm a little bit scared for it, so let's just hope let's hope this doesn't take a dark turn, dude. But this sounds like Pedophile Inc. right here. We're gonna leave that one alone. We're not gonna touch it. Those with Snow White notes. Oh. this okay. So why I'm looking at this, and people might not look at this, is because there was something called Kono Totomere that came out maybe 2 3 years ago. Um, about people playing the koto. Most people don't know about it. Most people have never watched it. Most people don't have. I'm talking about it. Most people don't even know what this is about. But it is one of the most amazing anime with some of the most interesting music, great music that I've ever heard in my life, and it's top 10 on one of the top 10 anime that I've ever watched. Kono Otomer takes that, and I've watched a lot of anime at this point. And so I'm looking at this and I'm seeing that this is another music anime about traditional Japanese music. And if that's the case, this might be amazing. And I'm thinking about definitely watching this then. I was pleasantly surprised with Kono Totomere, right? It was one of those ones that I took a chance on when the season first came out and just watched it. So let me read the synopsis. When Setsu's grandfather died, this sounds a lot like Kono Totomere. So did Setsu's sound, his unique creative spark. Grieving, he goes to Tokyo to find himself, but managed to become totally, literally lost on his first day. Only a chance meeting with Yuna, aka Yuka, the hostess, saves him from being robbed. At first glance, their lives seem totally different, but they're both striving for their dreams. Hers of being an actress and his of developing his talent with the shamisen. And it could be that life in the raucous, unfeeling urban sprawl of Tokyo could just be what binds their fates together. If this is if this is a music anime and then we're gonna hear some good fucking music, then I'm all in. I'm all in, boys. We're gonna watch this anime. And I'm thinking I might take another chance with it. Because Kono Tomere, something that deeply affected me. I don't know, it's hard for me to describe the impact that anime had. But to this day, I still remember so vividly all of the songs, and still listen to the soundtrack of the different kotos and the different songs that are being played, from Tenkyu to Kuon to Ryu Sungun, all sorts of songs. It's amazing. It's a great show. I would Kono Tomere is great, but this one looks really interesting. This one might be interesting, because this is an original. And so I don't know if it's gonna be. I hope it'll be good. But if it's an original and it says action, historical, supernatural, this might be really good. So let me just read the synopsis. The year is 1931. Prince Tokugawa Yoshinobu is 94 years old and holds absolute control over Japan. Remnants of the Meiji era's culture can be seen around the city, but scientific technology and Japanese esoteric cosmology Onmyodo are also developing, exuding a sense of modernity. Yet lurking behind the glitz is Kuchinawa, a dissident group planning the assassination of the prince and effectively the fall of the regime. Tasked to extinguish these dissidents is Nue, the government's secret executioner group. Sawa Yukimura, who works for this organization, suffered from an early age at the hands of the Kuchinawa boss. Her entire family was murdered, and she dedicated her life to avenging their death. Oh shit! This is gonna have a strong female lead doing some espionage work in a historically Japanese setting during the end of the Meiji era. This thing looks really interesting, and it could be a sleeper hit for next season that no one's even talking about, because I've heard no one talk about this. But if this could be really good, and if it is, then I'm gonna be so excited for it, and I might actually watch it. I'll give it a 3 episode test, and then we'll see. No fucking way. No, this is gonna be insane. Holy cow. The Cestus, the Roman fighter. People who have subscribed to this channel for a while, very little of you, I know. I only have 22 subscribers after all, and very little of you watch all my other content. I get it. I made a video on a whim when I was reading a manga called Cestus, the Roman fighter. I wonder why I'm looking at this. Where I was quite shocked when a surprise incest scene took occurrence in the manga with no prior warning. Just straight incest happens, and this is the anime that is adapting that manga. So let me give you a little synopsis, because this could be really interesting. 54 AD, Cestus is a young boy orphaned by the Roman Empire and made a slave, is placed into a training school for pugilists, or people who fight with their fists. It is here that he begins his journey to defy fate and fight for his own freedom. This could be really good, or this could be really bad, right? If the studio, I've never heard of BN Pictures, if they don't do a good job with the animation, this is going to be a really shitty anime. This manga is from like 2008, dude. This is an old manga that's still airing to this day, so it's been going on with the second installment, I guess. But if they don't do a good job with the animation, it's not gonna be good. But I see the MILF, dude. This is the MILF. That is Agrippa, definitely, right there. You see that? I'm circling with my mouse. That is Agrippa. She's the MILF, and she's the incest starter, let's just say. Other than that, everything else doesn't really catch my eye in any real way. So these are the ones I'm looking at. You can take your pick and choose from the ones, and maybe you see ones that I totally missed that I should totally watch. And if so, comment down below, leave a like, tell me which ones you're looking forward to next season, and I'll be really excited to hear, because you might have something that I missed on my video that you would disagree that maybe I should go check it out. And if you do, please let me know. Thank you very much. Goodbye, my dudes.